The following presentation of the National Football League.
Just about set for football now from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. Tonight, a good one straight ahead. It's the Buffalo Bills and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen with you. The veteran Matt Prater has this one set to get started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So the Buccaneers come out, and Baker Mayfield leads them out. He has found a spot to be very comfortable. The former #1 overall pick out of Oklahoma, who turned 30 in the offseason, and has done a nice job with the Buccaneers the last few years.
Now, this is the type of quarterbacks that just give defensive coordinators nightmares. They stay up all night thinking, okay, what is the best way to defend him? Do we treat him as a runner? Do we treat him as a passer? And I think that's really where the most stress comes in, Mike, is you want to make sure you don't let him kill you with his legs downfield as a runner. But it's also his ability to extend plays as a passer that really creates a lot of stress on your back-end coverage, and that's where those big plays can come. So it's a big challenge. They know it, and we'll find out early on what the plan is.
From the 31, here is 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Mayfield. He'll step up and run, and he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. 20-yard pickup there. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Off the play fake, it's Mayfield. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. Chris Godwin, the receiver he was looking for. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
I like the aggressiveness early in the game, right out of the gate. Make the defense realize we are going to challenge you downfield, and what that does is it opens everything else up. Now, you got to hit a couple of these, and don't be surprised if they go back to a deep shot here pretty quickly.
Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. That is caught. He got Godwin. 11 yards on the connection there. It's a first down for Tampa Bay.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often. So that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field.
Still first down.
Baker going to give it to Irvin. Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25. They'll pick up 23 on that one. Good for Buccaneers first down.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
Here's carry number 1 for Rashad White. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
On the tackle. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Bills' 18-yard line.
They send Godwin in motion. Play clock has expired. They're not going to get this one off on top.
Still second down.
Tight end on the move left. This is Irving, and there's defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 10.
Mayfield. Oh, man, left wide open. Good play design there. Cade Otton. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
On is Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Bucs will take a 7-0 lead.
Bills nothing.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. On the return, it's Ty Johnson. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Bills offense heading out, and they are led by the MVP of the National Football League, 29-year-old quarterback Josh Allen in the prime of his career.
And I'm not sure I enjoy watching any quarterback in the league more than I enjoy watching Josh Allen. I mean, he's a bit of a throwback in terms of his play style. I mean, he's just as likely to throw a 65-yard bomb for a touchdown as he is in 4th and short to run over the middle linebacker. I mean, he plays with such a hard, aggressive style. There's not a lot of guys built like him, Mike, and I'll tell you what, he's a blast to watch.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the gun, throw here for Allen. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
3rd, they need 8. From the shotgun, it's Allen. He'll find Shakir open right side. They pick up 17 through the air. 1st down, Buffalo.
And the Bills' 1st down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
In motion, Shakir. On first down, it's Allen. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
He's got the connection there. It's Joshua Palmer. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
A gain of 12.
12 yards on that hookup. Good for a Bills first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down? There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. And in motion is Coleman. On 3rd down, they go with Cook.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Now they'll pitch it out here. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on 4th down. The Buccaneers offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive, so try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Take this up past the 40, pick up a 5.
Taken down at the 41. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 4. They'll go again here with Irvin. Ooh. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. A gain there of 21. It's a 1st down for Tampa Bay.
That's good.
We had a feeling coming into the game that they were going to get this guy plenty of touches, and you can see from this early success why. The defense is going to have to make some adjustments here because they have had no answers thus far.
They go play action with Mayfield. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down. Emeka Ibuka, the intended receiver. It's 2nd down. to the air. It's Mayfield. A pass pulled in by Irving. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Anytime you have a running back like this, it's more about just how many ways can you get the ball in his hand. He's had a great game today so far on the ground. Now they're starting to find ways to get him the ball through the air, and that is a handful for any defense.
Oh, there's movement up front. That's going to make this third down a lot tougher. From the gun on third down, it's Mayfield. He's going to pick up the first down and more. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. Remember, he had the touchdown on the opening drive, and here on drive 2, he gets a first down with that catch.
Oftentimes in the NFL, Mike, blitzing a good quarterback can kind of be feast or famine, because what you do is you actually speed up their process of identifying the open target. So in this case, it's an underneath safety outlet, but the reason he went there so fast is because he was triggered to that target from the blitz. These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
And he is going the wrong way, tackled back at the 7.
Well, this loss here, Mike, just completely changes your approach this close to the end zone, and I'm sitting up here in the booth trying to come up with an explanation of how do you lose that many yards. And I bet down on the sideline, this coach, he's doing the same thing.
Line of scrimmage back at the 7 for third and goal. Baker to throw. Now, screen set up for Irving. And he's in! Bucky Irving. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. On comes McLaughlin to add the PAT. His kick is good. And the Buccaneers move out on top, 14-0. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. Johnson now to return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Bills' offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete. Joshua Palmer was the intended receiver. And it'll lead to a second down. From the gun, Josh Allen. This one not quite on target. Let him too much, and that one falls incomplete. Khalil Shakir, the intended target. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Protecting the ball anytime you throw the ball in the middle of the field is obviously critical, right? That's where tip passes, that's where all sorts of stuff happens when you put the ball in harm's way. But you also have to protect your receivers. There's a bit of a trust back and forth with the receivers saying, hey, I'm willing to go across the middle and compete for the ball. But now you're my eyes. You have to protect me and make sure that the location of the ball doesn't run me into a big hit. Ever so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, you're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
The fair catch here, called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. The Buccaneers offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They've raced out to a 14-0 lead. They've done nothing wrong so far. He finds a seam, a good run, up past the 40. Let's give him 9 on that one.
Brought down by Cole Bishop. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 41-yard line.
From the 41, it's 2nd and 1. On the bootleg, it's Mayfield. Finding room at midfield. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
A gain there of 16 yards. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
At the 43-yard
Really
line.
nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Middle of the field, he's got Evans. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
It's a gain of 9.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. 14-0 is our score. We'll have more from Tampa after this. On to the second. Buccaneers in possession of the football. They've got it 2nd and 1 coming up. To throw is Mayfield. He'll step up and run this. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15. They get an even 20 on that one. It's a first down for Tampa Bay.
The defense is going to have to come up with a plan for this quarterback using his legs, Mike, or it's going to be a long day. They knew coming in he was a threat, but I'm not sure they thought he would be this effective this early.
On 1st and 10, here's Baker. To the goal line and in. Mike Evans. Touchdown, Tampa. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
McLaughlin now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Buccaneers Buccaneers will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead.
21. Bills nothing. Chase McLaughlin.
Here's McLaughlin now after the score. He'll kick this one away. Johnson now to return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. It's Allen. They'll set up the screen to Cook. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
A short throw caught by Kincaid. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Looking downfield for Coleman. And that is incomplete. Beyond Coleman, the intended receiver. And now it's fourth down.
So I don't hate this call, Mike. You think it's third and short, everyone's at or near the line of scrimmage. There's a lot of green grass downfield in the passing game. Traditionally, though, I'm a little more comfortable with this call when you've made the decision that even if it falls incomplete, you're going for it on fourth down. So I don't love third and short bomb punt. I do love third and short. Okay, you fail. I'm going to go for it on fourth down.
Fair catch called and made right there at the 25-yard line. The veteran Mike Evans, he's heading back out onto the field with the rest of the Tampa Bay offense. They'll start out first down and 10. In on the stop.
28-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28. Now Mayfield. He takes off.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Third and 6. Throwing is Baker. Got a man! It's Ibuka! Complete! A gain of 17 yards. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Mayfield to throw on first and 10. This one will be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield.
That's just bad timing by by the offensive line. They've got to get their linemen out in front of him, so either the linemen need to go faster or the back just needs to be more patient, but either way, they're just not in sync on that screen pass.
They send Godwin in motion. On second down, Baker. That's over the middle and caught by Ibuka. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 18.
They hook up again, second time on this drive, and this one's good for 18 yards and a first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down. Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a first down.
First down and goal to go.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the...
A throw out wide. That is dropped. That could be a live football. The Bills have got it. Inside the 20. And he returns this all the way. Touchdown, Buffalo. And Greg, you talked about it all week. Not just stop them with the defense, but make impact plays, and that is as big a play as you can ask for.
Yeah, and across the league, Mike, this continues to be a huge point of emphasis. Every defensive coach starts practice with takeaway circuits. How can we find ways to take the ball away? In this case, they force the fumble, scoop, score, 6 points.
Now the veteran Matt Prater for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Bills get back in it. It is 21-7.
Bills 7.
So now Prater, after the touchdown, is out to kick it away. Johnson now to return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Baker Mayfield and the Bucs ready to get back to work. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to them with another drive here. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Here's Irvin. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. From the gun, it's Mayfield. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. He was trying to fit that one in to Mike Evans. And it's going to be 3rd down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down. Really nice sequence of plays here defensively, not only to force the 3rd and long, but then you really take away all of the quarterback's options downfield, left him with nothing really else to do but to just simply throw that one away.
So on 4th down, Riley Dixon on to punt for Tampa Bay. Back deep for Buffalo is Brandon Codrington. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Bills offense ready for this next possession. They'll begin with terrific starting field position. It gets going with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Cook. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Well, has been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Allen working from the pistol. Pass complete, right side to Kincaid. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
This one's complete to Palmer. It's a pickup of 13 yards. 1st down, Buffalo.
1st down, Bills.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 9. That's complete. Some more on the right side. And he gets him 6 yards closer before going out of bounds. It's 3rd down coming up.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the 1st down.
And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
Here we go on 4th down. It's Allen. This is intercepted. And the Buccaneers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27-yard line.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
The Buccaneers offense and their running back Bucky Irving ready to hit the field again. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. Off the play fake. It's Mayfield. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete.
And this is the tricky element of these deep balls, Mike. You want to hit the guy in stride. You want the touchdown. You want the beautiful highlight play. But sometimes you're better off underthrowing a receiver than you are overthrowing them, because as we see time and time again throughout the league, an underthrown deep ball, more times than not, leads to a pass interference call.
Get this complete right side to Oakland. And he gets him 6 yards closer before going out of bounds. It's 3rd down coming up.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he will score. Emeka Egbuka. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A terrific job all the way around, especially after the catch, Greg, to take it to the end zone for a touchdown.
I'm just so impressed by the acceleration of this receiver, Mike. He catches what is a short pass, and he's able to turn it up the field and take it all the way for 6. That is an impressive play, run after catch.
On comes McLaughlin to add the PAT. He's got it. And the Bucs add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead.
Bills 7.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. Johnson now to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Bills offense ready to get back at it. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. 1st down now. From the gun, throw here for Allen. That one out in front of his big target. They cannot connect, and it falls incomplete. Trying to get it to Dalton Kincaid there, and it'll bring up 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Allen. To the middle of the field, caught by Shakir. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. A pickup of 14 on that one. Good for a Bills 1st down. Play action now, and here's Allen. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
And really what stands out to me the most in this 1st half, Mike, is just there's very little separation among these receivers downfield. The quarterback has to throw into a lot of tight windows, contested catches, and they continue to do a nice job separating the ball from the man.
Pass caught by Shakir. Well, it's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4. And bring up third down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
Here's 1st and 10. Throwing again is Allen. Looking for his tight end there, but led him too far. That's an incompletion.
And this is where the timing of these passing game, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. And in this case, it's a perfect example. He's open, he tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front.
Third down, 3 to go. Man in motion is Coleman. Allen on 3rd down. He's got his man. That's Coleman. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
This has been a really impressive drive, Mike, really from the start. And this is something defenses want to force offenses to do. Methodically work their way down the field, but they've been highly efficient, and now they get another 1st down.
Throw once more. Here's Allen. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. His 2nd grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a 1st down. One more time going up top with Allen. Now timeout signal for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds until the break.
Bold decision there by this quarterback to attack a guy who's already made you pay for challenging him earlier today. He trusted his guy to not only win, but to defeat man coverage, and I think he got away with one there.
Here's 2nd and 2. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Defense. Automatic 1st down.
Now another try at 1st and goal, albeit from a little further back. Allen going to throw again. This one caught at the 4. And they'll get this down to the 3, but no further. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. We welcome you back on EA Sports for quarter number 3. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Johnson now to return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Bills offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
With the struggles they had running the ball in the first half, Mike, it makes sense that they're trying here early in the second to get this ball carrier going. But this last run's not going to do him any favors. Another rush, another loss of yards.
2nd and 11. Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. He'll find his running back, Cook. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. A 19-yard pickup there. First down, Buffalo.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. It is a big run by Cook, 35 yards.
Well, that's a heck of a 1-2 punch right there, and that's something that every offense stresses. The ability to be equally effective run and pass on any given snap. They follow up the successful pass play with a big explosive run.
That one too far out in front to be brought in, and it's incomplete. Trying to find Ray Davis out of the backfield. And that will lead to a 2nd down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
3rd down and 3. From the gun, it's Allen. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's going to have the 1st down. They convert on 3rd, and it sets up a 1st and goal.
Nothing really fancy about that last completion, but what it does do, Mike, is now they are on the doorstep of the end zone. So now they've got to find a way to finish this long drive with a touchdown.
5 yards from the house. They've got it 1st and goal. Here's Cook. And nothing developed there. He'll get back to the 5, and that's all.
You know, Mike, what separates the really elite defensive edge players from everybody else is not only their ability to rush the passer. That's what everybody focuses on. But, man, the defensive ends that are good in the run game, those are the guys that never leave the field.
One more time with Cook. And he's going to have just a couple here, but there is a marker on the field as well. From a little further back, here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, here is Allen. He connects with Palmer on that one. And they'll get about 4 out of this one. Run after the catch. Hard to come by down here. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
That's going to be broken up in the end zone. Incomplete. There was no space to fit that one in. And now here comes 4th and goal.
little miscommunication there. Now brings up third down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
A 25-yard attempt.
Raiders' kick is good. And the Bills cut 3 off the lead, but they still face a sizable deficit.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
So, Prater now, after the made field goal, back out to kick off. Johnson now to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Bucs offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Down after a gain of a couple.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. It's Otten in motion. 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
The Buccaneers getting their punter out there as he's on to punt for the 2nd time. A nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Bills offense ready to get back at it. They try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Gun, here's Allen. That is downfield into the hands of Keon Coleman. A pickup there of 28 yards.
1st down, Bills.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
Fake the handoff, and now it's Allen. Room to maneuver at the 35. And he's going to be out of bounds down at the 30.
13 yards.
Call it a gain of 13. Good for a Bills 1st down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
You see this offense just continue to search for a spark. It's just this entire game, their execution's just been a little bit off, and now here in the 2nd half, they find themselves down by multiple scores. they're going to have to connect on one or two of these big plays if they want to find themselves back in this one.
That's Palmer, the man in motion. And it's Allen to the air. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Now, someone up front moves early. Can't continue to make these mistakes if you're trying to mount a big comeback. They got the guard, Osiris Torres. So, from 3rd and 2, back them up to 3rd and 7. Allen to throw again. Oh, what a throw. Slinging it across his body and complete. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. That is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
They came up a little bit short there on 3rd down, but I think the reality is, Mike, they've been in 4-down territory for a while now. You find yourself down multiple scores, you cannot afford to waste any of these possessions.
They'll try and throw for it with Allen. Got his man at the 6. And they're going to pick it up here. They took a chance and it paid off. 1st and goal coming up.
4-yard line.
Yeah, so what I like here is it's not only a really good play call, but it was really well executed by the quarterback. So they used the bootleg to get their quarterback out of the pocket, change the launch point, and then they pair that with a really nice concept downfield. He uncovers, wide open, nice conversion.
And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the Bucs' 5-yard line.
Another one from the 5. 2nd down and goal. Allen going to give it to Cook. Good blocking, and he's in. James Cook, touchdown, Bills.
We were talking during the break, Mike. We felt that this was kind of a do-or-die drive. They felt like they needed to come away with the touchdown here, and now they're showing a little life.
Yeah, a little bit of belief, don't you think? Everyone on that field knows they've been a part of a comeback before. It's a pretty big mountain, but a good way to get started here to begin this half. Prater on to attempt the extra point. It's up and good. And the Bills are able to cut the deficit. It's now 28-17.
17.
So now, Prater, after the touchdown, is out to kick it away. Johnson now to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Baker Mayfield and the Bucs ready to get back to work. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they'll try to keep it going. A tight end in motion now. First down. Here's Irving. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
It's a loss of a yard.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Mayfield. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest game.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
It's Otten in motion. Oh, a bad time to run out of time. They don't get the play off on 3rd and short.
Still 3rd down.
Now the shotgun. Mayfield. That one complete. It's the tight end, Otten. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line. It is a big play for the Buccaneers. 41 yards.
It's not a coincidence, Mike, that the best offenses in the NFL are all excellent at yards after the catch. It's a combination of a few things. A highly accurate quarterback and the ability of the scheme to get open players in open space. Once you do that, the rest is up to them.
And the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game.
Still 1st down.
Off the play fake. It's Mayfield. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be 2nd down.
I feel like their quarterback, for the most part, has looked pretty solid. I mean, it's everybody else that seems to have let him down with the drop balls and the mistakes. That's really what's killing these drives.
Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9, and 3rd down. Coming up.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard it.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it.
A 7-yard gain. Complete to Cade Otten. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Now they're entering the area of the field, especially with the amount of yards they've gained on this possession, Mike, where it feels like a touchdown is critical. For the defense, settling for a field goal here, especially with the ball where it is, feels like a win.
And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
On 2nd down, Baker. Short throw there, pulled in by Evans. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9, and 3rd down. Coming up.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
They send Evans in motion. They'll throw here on 3rd and short. And that is incomplete.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field. And then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on 4th down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3?
McLaughlin's kick is good. And the Buccaneers will extend their lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
McLaughlin hit the field goal a moment ago, and now he's back to kick this away. Johnson now to return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Cook. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Bills first down.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. On 1st and 10, it's Allen. They'll set up the screen to Cook. This one going to be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield.
James Cook.
Just a quick read by the linebacker on that running back screen. He beats everybody to the spot and blows this play up for a loss.
Here's a 2nd and 12. From the gun, Josh Allen. It's slant into the hands of Shaquille. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page. And that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
They'll run the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
There he goes. Inside the 30. Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25. They get 21 on that one. First down, Buffalo.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost them 5.
Still first down.
Play action now, and here's Allen. A throw behind his man, can't reel it back in. And that'll go down as an incompletion.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the gun, throw here for Allen. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force 3rd down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
Now Allen facing 3rd and long. He's got it at the 7. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line. That is a gain of 22, and it sets up first down and goal.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be...
And And he will score. Game on. Josh Allen. Touchdown, Buffalo. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Now Prater to tack on the extra point. It's up and through. And the Bills will cut the deficit to 7.
31. Bills 24.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. On the return is Sean Tucker. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. Baker Mayfield and the Bucs ready to get back to work. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. That's Ibuka in motion. Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10.
Mayfield's pass complete to Ibuka. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 3. To throw is Mayfield. Looking for Ibuka. He's got it again.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
It's over the middle of the tight end, Oakland. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Baker gonna give it to Irvin. He'll get a couple of yards back, but it will be 2nd and long.
The tackle made just shy of midfield. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 12.
Now Mayfield. Middle of the field, he's got Evans. And they'll take this down inside the 35. They get 19 on that pass play. It's a 1st down for Tampa Bay.
Great pre-snap recognition here by the quarterback. He looks outside and sees man coverage, and he knows exactly where he's going to go with the ball. Now it's up to the receiver to create separation at the top of the route. Ball's on time, great placement, nice big pickup. It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off. And he's going to pick up the first down, tackle made right at the 20-yard line.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen, and not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2, but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor, and when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense. You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
Right back to Irvin, and he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
Throwing is Mayfield. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
So we get to a pressure kick, and here's Chase McLaughlin. This to make it a 2-possession lead.
Makes the score Buccaneers 34.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
McLaughlin hit the field goal a moment ago, and now he's back to kick this away. Johnson now to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
Bills take over first.
James Cook and the rest of this Buffalo offense head back out, and he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. Man in motion is Coleman. A run out of the gun with Cook. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
Throwing on 2nd down. It's Allen. And he does a nice job to avoid the initial wave. They're going to get him down behind the line.
Certainly hasn't been their best game in terms of rushing the passer, but you find yourself with a lead here in the 4th quarter. No better time for that pass rush to come alive and see if they can close this game out.
Here now, 3rd and 5. Now it's Allen. They'll look to set up the screen here.
Anytime you call a running back screen, the key is the relationship between the offensive line and the running back. They have to be in sync perfectly to set up the big play. That wasn't the case here on 3rd down. He gets tackled short of the sticks.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. That's Palmer, the man in motion. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That's going to be caught. And he will be out of bounds. There is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what that is all about. Set to go now on 1st and 10. On play action, here's Allen. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 23-yard line.
From the 23, here's 2nd down and 6. They'll run with Cook. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
3rd and 2. Now Allen. He'll try to run for it.
Give him credit for keeping this play alive as long as he could. This easily could have gone down for a loss, but he's kind of able to find his way forward and at least get back to the line of scrimmage.
The offense is staying right there. They're going for it. 4th and a couple. They'll try and throw for it with Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance. Trailing here in the 4th. They will turn it over on down. The Bucs offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, try to add to it. It begins with 1st down. It's Otten in motion. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. Godwin working the right side. Now a timeout, Buffalo. They're 2nd. Talk things over before 3rd down. Side and caught by Evans. And he will have the 1st down. He caught it short of the line to gain, but knows right where that marker is, and he's able to pick up that 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
This is Irving, and he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Now we'll get a stoppage here for an injured Bill. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. They'll go again here with Irving. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off. After this, you've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down.
On the tackle. A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Kicking time for the Bucs. They'll punch it away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. So now, Josh Allen and the Bills down on the scoreboard. A minute 16 to play. We'll need a score here and likely an onside kick recovery, but first things first, here's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. They'll try to set up the screen here. And this is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, looking for an escape hatch. Found nothing. And they get him down well behind the line.
Yeah, so you can see the screenplay. The timing was just out of whack from the jump. So the key is, Mike, the running back has to stay in phase with his offensive line. If one of them gets out too fast or too slow, the back and the blocking don't marry up, and you see that's why he's taken down behind the line of scrimmage. This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense, because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end, and at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Allen to throw on 3rd and long. Sideline, he's got Coleman. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. And that'll set up 4th down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
And they're going to get the 1st down. They were forced to go for it. And it's going to work out for them.
A gain of 9 yards.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive. But now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
Very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
Just didn't quite get enough into that ball. You see sometimes the pressure, the rush, force a quarterback to throw the ball off his back foot. And I think there was a little bit of that here at play. You have to be willing to step up, even in the face of pressure, and get enough behind that ball to put that one a little bit more on the money.
On 3rd down, it's Josh Allen. He'll find his running back, Cook. And he's brought down, but they are out of timeouts. So a win here for the Buccaneers. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that is the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Buccaneers get the win, as we say so long from Tampa.